Hello, today we will be talking about the supervisor and also about how to contact one when you're in the application process for a master or a PhD program. Graduate students, like the ones that are interested in studying a thesis-based master or a PhD, will require a supervisor to help them in different stages. Some of the stages that supervisors are involved are related to formulating the research project, establishing methodologies, discussing results and presentation, and possible publication of dissertation. Graduate supervisors must also ensure that the students' work meet the standards of the university and the academic discipline. The responsibilities of the supervisor are several, and among those, we would like to highlight the ones that are mentioned in this slide. Assist the students with the selection and planning of a suitable and manageable research topic. They should also be accessible to the student for consultation on academic progress and research. They should also be involved in establishing a supervisory committee and convene a meeting to evaluate the student's progress. Respond in a timely and thorough way in regards to written work submitted by the student with suggestions and improvements. Assist the student in gaining access to facilities or research materials. Assist the student in being aware of graduate program requirements, deadlines, and sources of funding. Acknowledge appropriate contribution to the student in presentations and in published materials. Ensures that recommendations for external examiners of PhD dissertations are forwarded to the Faculty of Graduate Studies in a timely manner. And encourage the student to make presentations of research results. On the other hand, the graduate students also have responsibilities, and among those, they should make a commitment and show dedication to gain enough background knowledge on the area that they are interested in doing the research. Along with the supervisor, develop a plan and a timeline for completion of all the activities in the project and adhere to a specific schedule of meetings. Meet with the supervisor when requested and present the reports in due time. Maintain registration throughout the program and ensure that the study permits and, if applicable, employment authorizations are up to date. Keep the supervisor, the graduate program advisor, and enrollment services informed about your contact information. Give consideration to any criticisms that the supervisor has mentioned or any other members of the supervisory committee in regards to your research project, and conform to the university or faculty to the graduate program requirements, including the deadlines and the dissertation or thesis style. For you to get in touch with the supervisor at the admission stage, you should contact them usually via email and introduce yourself. In that email, it will be very important that you write a statement of research where you will be explaining to the professor why you want to work with him or her and why you are an excellent candidate. Some of the things that you should include in the statement of research are mentioned here. So use proper letter format and a formal salutation, such as professor and then the name. Tell the professor why you are interested in doing graduate studies, so in doing a master's or a PhD. Mention some of your career goals and highlight any research skills that you already have. Inform the professors if you are applying to funding from your country. If that's the case, they will be extremely interested in knowing more about it because they are always looking for students that are able to bring financing from their own country. Let them know why you are choosing the professor. They obviously want to work with students that are motivated to do research that are similar to the one that the supervisor is doing. And if you have a specific interest in that supervisor, be sure to mention why you want to work with them. Articulate some reason in your statement, so you don't already need to have the entire project defined, but it's always a good idea to have a research overview of what you want to do. So don't tell the supervisor that you will do whatever they want because that won't work. You need to have your own ideas. Make sure that you don't go over 2 pages in this initial document. and end the document with an opportunity for further discussion. So basically, tell the supervisor that you would be extremely interested in hearing from them, either via email or via a Skype call, since they are very interested in getting to know the candidates before, obviously, committing to accept them. Something that you should avoid when writing statements of research. Do not copy-paste letters that you see on the internet. Obviously, supervisors will recognize if students are sending formats that are familiar to them, and if students are taking examples from the internet without doing any sort of editing, obviously that will be noticeable. Don't require immediate response, meaning give it at least 1 or 2 weeks for the professor to reply. Don't think that by not replying quickly the professor is not interested. Maybe he's just busy or out of the office. So please give it some time so that the professor has enough time to get to you. If you have any other questions regarding our services or programs, please feel free to write to graduate.coordinator@caldo.ca.